Hi everybody, this is Jesus Junk Journals, and I just have to give a big thank you to my sister Pat. She just sent me some stuff for my birthday, and she sent me this Tim Holtz tiny attacher and some staples for it, but she is the queen of beads, and so she sent me two great big containers of beads, and it was too heavy to mail. So she sent them down with my niece because you know, it would have cost more to mail them than the beads are worth probably. But anyway, look at all these cool beads she sent me, and all the she gave me a lot of the metal connectors. She probably heard me on my videos talking about how I didn't have things that match, so she's given me a whole bunch of stuff to work with. So anyway, big thank you to Pat. And I'm going to move on to the Christmas journal. She also gave me a bunch of fabric and lace and paper. Anyway, but I just had to show you these this morning. So I'll be right back. Let me go set these over here. Okay, so today I am going to work on the big envelope that comes with the kit. So I'm going to start out by scoring all the fold lines on these. So you've got your 4 flaps. There's 2 red ones and these 2, and then this middle part. I'm just going to use the same palette knife that I had laying out. And the reason these are all separate is because the envelope wouldn't fit on one piece of paper. In case you're wondering why I did it this way. It was too big. So I just went ahead and made them separate pieces. Plus the other thing is, by doing it separately, I was able to do a piece of color that goes inside of it. So you can have the color on the outside when you fold it up showing, and then when you open it, the color on the inside. So that was another advantage to doing it that way. I'm trying to get this video in this morning before the crazy construction begins next door. They woke me up this morning with their gigantic vibrating steamroller thing. I don't know what it is, not steam, but it rolls the ground and settles the dirt, and it vibrates the pictures on my wall. Anyway, that woke me up. I'm like, earthquake. Oh, no, wait, it's just them. Okay, so now I have to figure out where I want to put this envelope. And this is really bugging me that I did that upside down. I'm going to have to do something about that. Let's see. I think I'm just going to go a couple pages in. Well, actually, I have to cover a page up for this, so I'm going to look for a page. So this is kind of repetitive because these are the same. So I think I'll cover one of these up, and I think I will do it across from this Christmas exhibition page that I have. So anyway, I'm going to, so let's see. I'm going to glue it to this, and then just glue this whole thing into the journal wherever I want to. I need to go print out a couple more sets of these for Christmas presents. Cut them out, get them going. I also need to figure out what I'm going to use for the cover. I've got some vintage Christmas fabric that I don't want to cut up. So, I don't know. Okay, so there's those, and then And I'm going to use some vintage ink. I mean, some distress ink, but I'm going to use some dark green, I think. And maybe some brown too, but I want to use the dark green because I think it looks more Christmassy. And if this might bind a little bit in the corners, and if it does, we can just trim the edges off. No, it actually does pretty well. Okay. So let me get my distress inks out. Look for a good Christmassy evergreen green. I have one. I think I do. Yeah, Pine Needles. Huh. That name ought to tell me something, huh? Okay, so I'm gonna hope it's not all dried out. I don't use that one very often. Oh no. Okay. Actually, I think I'll use, let me look, I'm looking through my stencils to see if I have anything Christmassy, which I think I gave all my Christmas stencils away because I didn't think I would ever use them. Because I don't normally do holiday things. But, you know, as soon as you think you'll not do it, that's when you're going to do it. Here's one that looks kind of like a snowflakey kind of design. It's never been used. I can figure out how to get it out of the cellophane. I guess it'll show up as a snowflake. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Yeah, can you hear them over there beeping? Okay, not too bad. Go ahead and do the edges. And I think I'm going to go over it with Vintage Photo a little bit too. I think using 2 distress inks looks good. A lot of times it just adds a depth to it. Okay, I'm going to look for something else to use on the 2 outside. This will work. Just a little bit different. Let's see. Okay. That's pretty good. All right. Get this a little bit more. Get a little bit more of green on it. Just kind of rubbing it over the whole surface just a little bit. Okay. Someday I'm going to remember to bring a bowl of water up here with me, but not today. Okay. So I'm going to get the Vintage Photo out. And just go over it. Just a little bit. Just to add a little bit of age look to it. And I'm going to do these edges too. You might not like the way that looks, and you certainly don't have to do it. But I just kind of like how it, to me, it adds a little bit of interest when you have 2 inks. And I really ought to do more of that, but I don't take the time to do it a lot of times because I'm moving on to the next journal, which, by the way, will be a junior mini journal on hope. And I really thought that was the one I'd be working on first, but I just thought I'd better get Christmas out for everybody. So here we go. And I probably shouldn't even say it's going to be hope because who knows what's going to come up in between now and then. But okay, so there's that. And I think that also because of the warmth of this vintage photo, it kind of combines with that red a little bit better. Okay, so, and this is what I was talking about in the intro about, I thought it could be really cool to put gift cards in. Oh yeah, and then there's the pockets. Almost forgot the pockets. And I cut them up, so let's see if I can find them all. I think I claimed there was 6. Let's see if I can find them. Let's see. No, I didn't go with that. Of course, there's always one hiding, or 2. Okay, what do we got? 2, 4, 6. Okay, that should be it. Okay, so these go on these ends, these flaps. So I'm going to try to keep my glue where it belongs. 3 sides of the pocket. Glue this in. I'm staying just a little bit away from the fold so that it won't hinder it when it folds over. And I made this so it could be readable all from one direction. So let's see if that's still what I want to do. Sure, why not? Okay. So I'm going to glue it around these 3 sides to make a little bitty pocket. And that looks like it hangs over just a little bit on there, so I might have to trim that down. In fact, I might as well do it now, because I don't want anything to hang it up when it folds. So let's see if I can catch that edge there. Okay, so there's those 2 pockets, and then these little ones here. Let's see. Okay. So I made them so that they were readable, like all from one direction, and this all from one direction in case somebody wanted to read it. So glue it on these 3 edges. And this one it's kind of seems weird because you're going to glue it on these 3 edges. So it's kind of the tuck goes underneath the pocket almost. Well, you know what? It doesn't have to. Actually, you could glue it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue it that way. Okay. Because then if something sticks out of it, it'll be over on the flap and not over the fold. Okay. You guys, okay, I just realized this is upside down. Okay. So what I should have done, actually, I wonder if these are stuck completely down. I'm going to pull these back off. Maybe. Ooh. Come on. I'm going to turn them around. Oh, brother. Okay. Am I the only one that does stuff like that? I hope not. Okay. Tear this little extra paper off of here. That's another good thing about this Bearly glue, Bearly Art glue. It does let you unstick it a little bit more than the Art Glitter glue, which I love the Art Glitter glue because it's so quick. But if you're like me and do things like this, sometimes it's nice that you have the other glue. Tear off any extra sticking off of here. Okay. I mean, it's not completely a critical issue, but you know, if you want it to all be able to be read from the same direction. There. No one will ever know, except whoever watches this video. Okay. Okay, so this is readable. Good deal. And then these go over this. So, ink this real quick. So what I was thinking you can do is have, actually, it could go several ways, but you can adjust them to make a big pocket and a small pocket. And by moving these pockets up and down, it controls how deep the pockets are and what you can see, you know, visually. And so I was kind of thinking something like that, probably. So that puts that there. Okay, so let me flip this down. Put the glue on the 3 edges. So something like that. And then these 3 edges. Down here. Be sure you don't glue it over the fold so it doesn't give you any trouble when you try to fold it up. And that is that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets. So you could put gift cards in one or all. That one, now that one's hanging up just slightly. I might trim this, fold this back. I think this little bitty corner's causing issues. And so now the next thing is, that's hanging up too. I'm gonna cut that off. So then comes the closure, and you could do the circle closure with the 2 circles of cardboard and the string. I don't have much Christmas stuff, but I did find this Bo Bunny Brad set, and this has a snowflake Brad, so I thought, well, I might as well use that, because when else am I going to use it? I don't know if that's a great reason to use something on what you're making, but so I mean that could go on one side, and it does have blue on this, so it kind of goes with it. And so then I need one on the other side, and oddly enough, even though these have Christmas trees, they don't look Christmassy to me. But I think I might just use one of these green. I'll use one of these green ones. And hopefully this will work. I wonder if I need a cardboard circle under here, or if it would just wrap. I better put a circle. I just wonder. This is big enough, obviously, for string to wrap around. I guess I could tie it around this one. I'm going to try that. And I'm going to get my awl out to punch the hole just so it's nice and round, and that way it won't tear as easily. Okay, so let's see. I got to watch out for my pocket, or else, well, I guess it can go behind the pocket and still work. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put it right here. Pull my pocket out just slightly so it doesn't go through the pocket. Push those down so they don't interfere with the pocket. And so like right here. I gotta watch out for that pocket. Okay, so let me do this again. So like something like right here. Pin one of those feet down. Okay. Okay, so now let me get some wax thread. Tie it around this twice. Double knot. Oops. Get under there. There. Okay. Okay. All right, so there's the envelope. I'm going to trim that off. I'm going to open it back up and look at, make sure I got everything inked that I wanted to ink. Yep, looks like I did. Okay, well, I tell you what, I'm going to stop for this video because I have a feeling those guys are going to be back from their lunch break or whatever they're doing over there. So, anyway, I hope you liked that. And so if you did, click the like button, please, and think about subscribing, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.